This is Wanton town, one of the very many towns destroyed by the Liberian government and the University of Liberia on claims of land ownership. This is a violation and clear violation indeed of international law, forced eviction. And as we continue on a tour of the demolition at Fendel, you will just see more and more towns. This is our first stop at the university. So this is what you call what? How do you call this town?
Wanton town.
Wanton town.
Yeah.
How many houses you think were here?
I said those that were here are the ones we give up the rest. I said, where's the fellow that were here?
Don't worry about that. So this is one of how many towns broken down by the university?
8.
8 towns.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that is house photo here.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. All right.
Yeah, I can't wait for us to the junction. We coming.
So I hear they are cornerstone. They put cornerstone here. But even you put cornerstone here in 1912, what that's supposed to mean to us? That's not what we're after. We're after the destruction here. Because even if they own the land, this is our government. That's the point. So Wanton town.
Wanton town, yeah, more.
But this was an original village, right?
Yeah.
And then people started buying some and building houses.
But one of the problems here, sir, you see, they left that one out. Why? House in it. Why?
You mean that building?
Yeah.
The woman say the place not 4 inches there.
No, it's 4 inches.
That one, not your building.
So she said,
where they broke is what we consider that one. You don't own the land according to them. So forget about what for in the why for in them.
The fear of the food and how the roof, they all roof their houses and all water. They sell all our houses.
During the time they carried the PSU went there and they took the pot, they stood there, they make the pot to unroof their building. Yeah, and the people unroof their building. Then later they said they were not going there. The police people were saying there, they say, you move your building tomorrow, we'll come in here, you move your things, and the people started packing their things.
We got good shots.
And some of them, the wind damaged that structure, they were not able to go back in.
All right. So we go to the other side.
So what happened to the people who were here?
Oh, they all scattered. Yeah, you see the people.
Some of them go in the villages that die already.
Okay, the question is where can we find some of them living in a funny place?
yes, sir, right here.
But then just show the people, just put it one time. You're the leadership.
But I see you're supposed to be.
What happened here? I can see the wall here. What happened?
That's when our neighbor's son died from this side.
Oh, okay.
Actually, they came to draw water.
Okay.
You know, so he came up the dike you are seeing here. You know, he came up the dike.
Okay.
You know, that's how one of the pedal up there.
Okay.
The pedal rolled from up there and fell on him. Ooh. Yes, that's how he died.
Wow. I see. So was this thing a building? Was it a building that fell down or what?
Yeah, these were some of the buildings that the people destroyed.
Oh, okay.
So the greater part is there out.
Okay.
Yes,
okay.
That's what happened.
I see. So he came here to draw water?
Yeah.
Yes.
And then from there?
When here they started playing?
Yeah, up the dike.
And the
pedal came down and fell on.
Oh, okay. On the day of the demolition exercise?
No, after.
Oh, you mean there were some weak pillows and stuff?
After 2 months, even 2 months.
Oh, okay. So there were some weak pillows?
Yeah.
All right.
they put left the coconut tree.
You used to sit here to cook or what?
Yeah, in my place here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they won't play on my yard.
Where you used to get your shop?
Right over there. Where I'm
What about Pakistani? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So what business you were doing inside?
I'm doing food business.
So how long you live here for? When you got this land?
Oh, I got it in 2009.
You see?
Who you got it from?
From the Basso family.
How did you get it?
I bought it.
How much? You can remember?
Yeah.
How much you bought it for?
I paid 600 for lots.
Oh, okay. The 1 lakh you bought it
two
for?
lots.
2 lakhs?
Yeah, 2 lots.
I see.
So how many bedroom house was demolished?
Well, I have my shop that could take about 100 person. They have 2 rooms on it. They have another apartment on it. 3 rooms apartment on it. Where I was living in.
You and your
I had a
family?
shop. Yeah, me and my family.
So where do you live presently?
Where I rented 1 little room in my Barclay.
How do you feel about it?
I feel so bad, man. I feel so bad.
How many people were occupying the home that you built?
Well, I have my sister. This is my little sister. She also have a shop right here.
So how many people you have in your house? How many people?
In my house, we have about 15. Yeah, we have about 15.
Your name?
I'm Vala Lincoln.
And who are you? I'm hearing people calling you chairlady.
Yeah, I'm the one chairing the whole land committee. Yeah.
Thank you, Paula.
Come on, bring your family with me. So this place is your new home. What's your name? Edwin P. Where were you living before? What you call over there? Over there in that place. What is the name of the place? What is the name of that town you were in? The place you were? Blacktown Town is where you live. How many houses were there? You got any idea how many people were living there? You know how many people were there? So your family, how many people?
My family,
11. And so you build this zinc house, this makeshift house. And where you line that? What kind of house you have here? A Debla house?
Yeah.
Debla house? And right now, what are your mattresses? You were able to take the mattresses?
Yeah, I took 2 on there, but 1 left and the cover everything.
So who sleeps on the one mattress?
Which one? The one I got here? No, my mother-in-law sleep on some, myself sleep on some, the other children that are sleeping on
the ground. On the ground?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're a family of how many people?
11.
11 people. And so what kind of business you were doing before?
No, I was working before, I was president, I'm now working, I'm never going cool.
Cool.
Where you used to work?
I was working with like Grammy show.
And so how are you eating now?
Right now, by making cool and my welfare food from her profit.
How old are you?
I'm 59 years.
You will build one more house?
By the if I got money to do that.
But you got some money now. I hear you got plenty of money.
Nothing I got now.
Sure.
But where you build a house?
Eh?
Where will you build a house?
Well, however,
Because this is temporary.
They say not for you.
Yeah, not for me. I just got land in Buchanan and into the.
So then go back home.
Yeah.
You go to Buchanan?
Yeah, if the people can agree to compensate me, I have no problem with Buchanan. So that's why I say today, we give me to that one Buchanan.
Who will compensate you?
The government.
Oh, you want compensation?
Yeah.
The story is actually grim. Destruction at this highest by the Liberian government and the university. This is a family of 11 removed from their home, and they are now living here in this makeshift structure. They want some compensation from their government. At least the government should do something.
So what kind of compensation?
We established myself, I have no problem with it.
How much money?
Well, the government got that.
How much you used to build a house?
I used 1,600 to build a house.
To build your house? That's in how? Or that?
Same house with debris.
Debris, 1,600. And how much you want for the government to get you?
They can come and give me 1,700 baht. I got no problem.
It's that simple, as low as 1,600 US dollars. The government simply cannot pay this, does not want to pay this, and this is where we need action. So, tell me now, you're 59. When the day they broke down, how did you feel?
I felt very fine. In fact, it was raining out there, under the rain. I missed 2 phones and what I do because as I put the things outside, the machine already standing waiting. I put it outside back and go inside and come by the airport and carry it. I lost plenty of things.
You lost plenty things?
Plenty things, my dishes. Yeah. So already, even the chickens, I have almost 12 of my chickens were taken away.
By whom?
But the one whom people go, as I taking the things out of the house, bringing it outside, nobody will take care of it. I knew I am my wife, her father's funeral. It was so good that I left here because people have gone and nothing was going to meet here.
Mr. Pei, when you got this land that you built your house on that was demolished, and how long you lived there for?
I lived there for 4 years and I got it from 2005.
From whom?
From the Senya's family.
Did you buy it or it was
Yeah, I
given
bought
to
it.
you? How many dollars?
I bought it $650 US. I have that.
How about 650 bucks?
Yeah.
Okay, so you got deed?
Yeah, so they Sophia our land. Every time we request for our deed, they refuse to bring it. Even this morning, I had to do.
Who's this over here?
Ramadan is Sophia. He's a resident of here for this area.
Oh, Ramadan.
Residents of
Yeah, for this area.
Headquarters of Live Water, a Canadian-owned philanthropist. This building is left here by the University of Liberia on claims that they should be given some time to move. But the university failed to give time to its own people. Live Water still stands here as an evidence of destruction of Liberian people by its own government, but cannot remove this even though it says it has a blanket removal order. This eviction simply has not affected this Canadian-owned property, but it's affected thousands of Liberian property. They say that this is what they levy, Minister.
Employees factor.
This is the dormitory built by Oman James Bar. Yeah, we have one. This one.
Okay. Was it nursery school?
It's a dormitory, commercial, built for commercial purpose by one James Bar, a real estate investor. He had indicated that students here at the University of Liberia will use this building for living quarters, at least for low-cost living quarters indeed. And he, upon hearing that the university was demolishing and insisting on it, gave it off, waived it to the government of Liberia and the university. But the university insisted that it would break it down and left the live water structure that is makeshift compared to this, standing right there. This is the kind of double standards in this whole demolition exercise that needs to be addressed. Destroying Liberian property, leaving the ones owned by a Canadian presumed philanthropist who in fact sells water wells to Liberians. The double standards of this building.
One more, please.
Are you also?
Yeah.
You want? What you want?
Yeah, I want to do it.
Okay. That says this used to be the Charles F. King Elementary and Junior High School.
Senior high.
Junior and Senior High School. This used to be a school catering to the thousands of residents of the university community. You can't imagine school destroying school. The university brought this down and rendered its own youngs, the younger ones who were here for schooling, without any place to go to school. It claims to be acting to save itself. It's a whole document. He's the owner of the school that was here at the University of Liberia main campus. Like I said, school destroying school. Strange. But he's the owner. So how many students were in this school and where are they now?
We have 285, and now other than
285. And how many rooms were here? The school was how many rooms?
We had about 12 rooms, 1 auditorium, and 1, library.
1 library?
Yes.
Okay, and so what will you do now? The school doesn't exist anymore. You rebuilding the school somewhere else?
Right now, no.
Well, you broke?
Yeah,
you can't
no
be
money.
broke.
No money. I can be broke.
How old are you?
I am 56.
You think you will build one more house like that?
I can build it.
You can?
If I got the money.
You got the money. Well, you got the money now. You're a government surveyor, right?
Yes, I am.
And you survey some of this land?
Yes, I did.
But how can you survey land that was illegal, that is owned by the university? What happened? How you knew that university land you surveyed and even bought some yourself?
Yeah, what we normally do is that before you survey this kind of property, the first thing you have to notify the public.
You did?
And we did.
And university did not come?
They came with us, they went on the field with us from 10 o'clock up to 4 o'clock.
And they said this wasn't their own
Nothing, they never even say anything about it.
But now they say they got a cornerstone since 1962 or something. I hear of some ceramic tar kind of stuff. They're claiming all this land.
Oh yeah, they're doing so. But I think that other question there should be answered by the property owner.
No, you are a surveyor. I want you to. So you know what?
Yeah.
You might get arrested because under the new law, you surveyed illegal land, and you the surveyor supposed to go to jail for 10 years.
Before then?
Under the new law, the criminal conveyance.
But this is not a new law.
What is
it? It was done before the new law, and we didn't survey land criminally.
Oh.
Yeah, because we inform the people to come. You have to come on the field and identify. Yes, indeed, this property is mine. If the man go to work and then survey the land upon your request, then of course you can hold the man responsible. But the man call you on the field for you to come and show claim, and you did not. So what does that mean?
So you got your deed?
Yes, I got my deed.
Your deed is probated?
It's probated and registered.
And it's in the archive?
It's in the archive.
Strange. Interesting. Thank you, Charles. Okay. Thank you so much. What's your name?
I'm Nathan Cabo.
Nathan Cabo? So, what village you come from?
I come from Bazot town.
Bazot, where is that town?
This is the town.
This is the town. And this is the town that the university broke down too.
They break it down, myself thinking.
Oh, you the town chief?
I get rid of this now.
Wow.
I get nowhere to go.
But where you sleeping now?
Oh, I sleep inside your house.
Really? Where?
Not there.
Tell me the little history about this town. How can you own this land?
I own the land.
And you were selling the land?
Yes.
But how can the land not for you then you're selling it?
They land for us.
What do you mean for you? Government say for them too.
Yeah, but I will get a place. They forcing me.
What your deed?
With me.
You got your deed?
I get it.
What's the title of your deed? What the name? The on the deed.
The name on the deed? The Bazo.
Bazo?
Tapia.
Bazo Tapia. How many acres you have here?
255 acres of land.
255 acres. The university said they bought it from you. They said they buy the land from you.
They lie.
But if they break the place, you say they lie?
Yeah, because they get power.
Okay. So they say your wife died?
They want that bury a woman. I say to them, they bought the one grave.
They bought her grave?
Yes. And you will go there, you will go see. My mama, my uncle, my son, all the people grave open it. But I will say, I let you say.
You feel bad? So now, what do you want to tell the government?
The government should pay for whatsoever carry on. and the guerrilla play back. You got to play that for them.
Okay, suppose they don't want to get a play by them, buy it.
They want get a play, they buy it.
You vex with the government?
How will I get first? When I get handled for it, I get first.
But you're not satisfied.
Even though I'm not satisfied, because you will not be in your own, someone can take it from there by phone. Then you say you're satisfied again, it never happened before.
You were married again?
When my wife died?
Oh, yeah, you new woman, and you young girl. You see that fine?
Well, why should myself with sleep?
A pathetic story indeed. University of Liberia versus the people, thousands of them. He used to be a chief. Cabo says he owns Bazo Town.
Yeah, Bazo Town, yeah.
And had some 200 plus acres of land. He sold to individuals, the government now says, under illegal circumstances. What's to prove this? The university should declare its deed as the people do the same. Till now, they are only declaring maps and myths and bounds. Town, and this is where Cabo, chief we spoke to, he claims to own the land that the university equally claims to own. And the graves he referred to, this is the grave of his wife, and this is his son. This is your mother's grave?
My grandmother's grave.
This is your grandmother's grave?
Yes. This is my little brother's grave.
And they cracked all of them?
Yes. And my mother's grave.
So the university broke graves of people. It couldn't even leave this for the time being. And this is grandfather's grave. This was also demolished. Interesting, Bazo's Town. And this is a sign of some level of ownership. Long-time graves of ancestors. And indeed points to aboriginality of this town. And as you see, this destruction, quite massive. We hope the government can do something.
That way, the pressure on me.
Oh, sorry.
And my food already, see my food teeth.
But I want more than me for. So, what are your age? How many years old?
They want me 44.
Hey, let me count it. I'm 80 years old. I'll say you spoke now. No? You still won't be here?
Small.
How long? Next year, say you will say small. So they break your house. Where were your house?
Begwetan.
Begwetan.
They
broke the town there?
Begwetan. They break the whole town, Papa. We all small papers said we coming tomorrow to board the plane. We're not there. That day, that morning, we just account on the side. The people tell when the time they bought the mosque for it. The one where we can play Allah like one for it.
The mosque?
The people are going there now. Oh, they got here that thing where can boy people are boy can boy it. It start floating there. Some people. My baby was later on. It is inside the house. They bought it all but now going heavy no alin down. And get my class said go low. Then my people, my daughter then come, they tell me they came into my mama home. We there again. Then we try. But that time.
Bring that one too.
They tell they coming there. They prepare it. That yesterday that you start coming to all again.
And you're scared right now.
I'm not scared. I'm only scared of God.
Thank you.
I'm only scared
so
of God.
You were born in the town? The town where they break, you were born there?
Yeah, that my father home.
So you go part of the university?
Who do the grand ceremony?
Now who?
That Benu.
You Benu? What do you mean you do it? Let me understand it.
The print why not get win? A pack, then it can't down to the care there. To the care. That time they were fighting the war to Vienna. Then people start running, going in the bush. I said, me, when you're out here. And when I reach there, the white people come down, they go way there. Oh, the come back. They go in the plane, they not talk to somebody. And they can only go. Now we are saying now, then they're talking, say, talk man coming, open voila. They come in, they made a grand ceremony. All they want to sing on.
Talk man.
Talk man.
That's on the school not here.
School not here. School can't yet talk about time.
But they said they buy the land for you.
Where?
They want to sell the land you.
The money where they say they were coming give for the king for Bende, they made Bende or they not give we that one. They made a Bende or they not give one paper. So you can go buy chicken soup, they not do it. The land minute to time we hear now. Then when people go, you just meet different people. The paper they on my hand, they not give me $5. They owe to trouble. Not getting $5.
They not buy the land from you.
They not buy that from us.
You said the ceremony. What kind of to build a university that you want?
To build a warehouse, to open the place for the poor must have.
What your name?
My name is Fabana. I'm a band, Yama Fabana.
Your town name again?
Mama who, Bonnetan, my panu, Begwetan.
Right here.
Right here.
And your mom who part the city going breaking now.
Yeah, the one we hear in this.
So what you do now?
I like it. I have my ear now to dance to God.
You will fight down or what?
I will not fall down.
You will fight down?
I will not fight them. Oh, I can fight more than God. They do it like that and they breaking ground ceremony, trouble can't break here to the prayer. Then we can't let the answer. Because that time the culture through now, I just day.
You were dancing?
Oh, Papa. You see, in plenty of paper, you will see me. To my working prayer or my husband, on me, Benukuluma.
You're small.
But I know I'm going. So, that thing happened. They can't that day they were doing that thing. They beating my song. They hold it, they put it in car. They double tying. Then my other sister say, oh, baby, come back to better now. Oh, die that. By great time.
They were breaking the place.
Yeah, they were breaking the woman fall die that. After the day we never made 40 days. Amen. I don't want to the thing I want to tell you, Papa. The Kim Jaffe, yeah. They say we'll take care, yeah. The Kim Jaffe, they say we'll take care, yeah. They make it all a business. They were selling that to people.
What the money was for?
I don't know. So Papa say it will get us, it will get our people to because that time our people some of them were living. He said we'll get them small thing. Then one battle man, he asked the prayer. He said, but then when you take the prayer, what prayer will go? He said, no. We can't move on your time. Oh, time we can't but say Toba say so. Toba, he said so.
I read a man, they are and I are equal at you. And I time, they bread the play. You want to see her?
They are working for government 24 years. I was saying, no, I can't tell me from here, they came in somewhere, I did there, they pay all it because say one bay motor to culture center. They go a bay motor, he gave each worker, thousand dollar, one account. I war behind my own, I war tire. I said, I'll not get $5. Then I'm going to see you for what.
So, you want to see her?
I can't.
But I voted for her, you run.
The baby female, beefy swallowing. That you want for me there. For me, the thing what we pass to Fana, I will not agree. You see, that the thing then we pass through. We hear, they will say, they not tell you grand money. They not tell you their money. People, they not gather there, they gather melody.
Who got the tea? You get your mother.
We got our tea there. That now they get D. They get D.
But they say you took money from the people, you had the people did.
God no, they not get our money. God no. God will pay our, they say pay our battle. And the people who be, God will save their land, they not get merit, they not get nothing, they not get money to go Africa, they not get money to go merit and pray. But God are merit. They don't do nothing for us. When you can't ask question. Talk about saying that way there, so kind really can't put all the body together. You have meeting for the same money being there, for the place here. They did inside. They overthrowing it down. One day your president there while you're not sitting in that chair. One day you can't all your ass off. Hey, high is? High is? Your answer, how we get a place here? Because the war now for most of the documents now, Lord, we don't know nothing about it. So we can you, oh man or oh man, you tell us what happened about it later. We'll surely tell you. But you can't take it with force. Some of our town there, on that time, 1837.
They broke it down.
That the town where they say they bought all the town, they will go there and I go bought it. They must go carry all in the street. No, not the Arab children not get nowhere to bury up. Charlie Pilla must get there up.
Let's go. You can wash it. Everyone can. Get up, man. We were enjoying the neighbor.
They say we must go outside, we go see them. Then we went there. When I was coming down now, they man didn't say that day.
Sorry,
Government do working for me, I was working for them.
Really enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it, not give me $300 to carry me America and bring me that money.
So Ketakumen Maury Doctor is a former lawmaker. He built the structure. It was a well-built one, glass stuff. Glass building that is now into ruins. And so the building is down now.
Yes, down because the villages are down. The ordinary people's homes are down. And the Canadian mischief structure is up. But a building that is worth over the year, say amortized over 20 years, more than 6 to 10 million, if you rent it at $80,000 a year, it is down for no reason. Government has no title, government has no justification. Because I said, if you can give me title, I'll give you this, and apologize and move out. And just tell my partners that we're going to use it for the investment in our children, human capital investment. But government, through the apparatchiks, decided that they would destroy it. And they said, if we break a mat structure down, we'll break your mansion down. So I don't have a mansion. They said, well, we'll break it down. So maybe they are deriving some satisfaction, some narcissistic satisfaction out of destroying it. This is development for our people.
Do you think somebody is after you personally? That's why the building was destroyed.
Well, no, because they went after villages. Villages, we've heard, were in existence in 1837, before the founding of the Republic of Liberia. Some villages have their own old home spots before 1822, before the first pioneers arrived. The graveyards have been decimated. So it cannot it cannot be personal. If it is, I don't know. But I think you just have a wild, reckless government which thinks it can get away with impunity.
But the fact that the government claims you saw this land that they tried to expand the university on, and knowing what you know and came on it, is enough to break your house.
Well, nobody is against the expansion of the University of Liberia. Most of our children, our neighbors and various communities are beneficiaries. But is that the way to proceed? Do you use...
Which way should they proceed?
Well, in law, you have substantive law and procedural law. If you own this, then the county attorney alluded to me, because when they began to come around, that they would use what you call eminent domain. They could have done that and come and just told us, look, this is what will give you 5% on a dollar. It will be acceptable to us. But don't tell me that people who are born 1950 1944, 1932. Some people were born 1924. They're still in the villages. Old man Dennis, that he will sell his land and that he will not make arrangement for his relocation. I don't think that will happen. Indigenous people don't do those kinds of things.
So what's your next cause about?
This wouldn't have happened in Carisburg. This wouldn't have happened in Croceville. This wouldn't have happened in Benton or Cornwall. And they do it because they think we are a bunch of nincompoofs. We are natives. And so they can do anything they want to do because they still control us. And most of our people are willing to mortgage themselves for a bowl of mess, palm butter, they're willing to sell themselves for. But we will let them know that what the government has done is wrong. We'll pursue them through the courts. We'll pursue them regionally and internationally. Because this is the tobacco that they have swallowed. It is in the neck. It will not go up, it will not go down. They will pay for this so they can, and they say that they are a government of laws and not of men. Let's test the law. The thing is, we still to find a judge that is prepared to not rule in our favor, but to rule in the interest of the law. We have not found a judge yet in the whole republic. And if we can find one who believes in the rule of law, we'll begin to get justice here. But if we can't get it here, we have regional courts based on human and people's rights. Right here in ECOWAS community, we'll pursue them there and everywhere else.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Destruction indeed by Liberia's state-owned university and the government. This used to be an elementary and secondary school here built with grant from the Japanese government, JICA, and this was run by Mrs. Sarah Taylor. Very good school for the community, thousands of the community here. Thousands of people had been living here, so their children needed this facility. If you look in the back, way there is the University of Liberia campus, and most of the people who lived here were students whose children were in this school, by the way, and it was destroyed by the government and the university. What a paradox, what an irony.
Owned by a man named UJ, one Rasta.
One Rasta?
UJ, yeah.
A Rasta man, a Liberian man?
A Liberian, yes. Oscar Betty.
Wow. They pulled everything down?
They break everything down. The time they brought the yellow machine.
Oh, okay.
Thing, boss.
The bulldozer, the bulldozer?
The bulldozer, water thing.
Was he here himself when the building was being pulled down?
No. He could not able to stand it.
Oh, so he left, eh?
Yeah, because he told the government said they should take it.
Okay.
If it is used for the University of Liberia, then they should take it. They should not break it down. Then he will be pleased. But the people refuse.
And they pulled it down?
Yes.
So what do you think? You think that this could have been nice, you know, like dormitories or campuses or sort of classrooms for?
Of course, if only they could have agreed with his statement.
Or maybe sort of residential accommodation for some of the lecturers,
Exactly.
Right?
It was going to be good, but the government refused.
And broke everything down.
Refused. And the man who was sent on this operation, they call him Mr. Menza.
Oh, okay.
Mr. Menza was the one.
Okay.
Yes. We asked him, but why they may have said they should leave this building. They said they should break it down. They said it was the order given to them.
So that Rastaman, he doesn't live here, right?
We don't know the people he live now.
Okay.
I can give you the story of this man, Eugene.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Eugene president now, he in town.
Okay.
But because of them, he have got it man to be frustrated. So he
okay.
really come in the community.
Oh, okay.
Because he offered this to the university.
Exactly.
Since you people say this place for you people,
I see.
you take it.
That's wonderful.
Then, whenever I pass him back in the future,
I can be proud. Yeah.
Think that I do something for my country.
Exactly.
And there's a man who went all of this country, labor, haul cartoons in America for long, so many
and
times.
brought money home to
bring
put
money
this thing
home.
up.
Okay, and they destroyed this place.
How old is this town? Was this town?
I can't get you the exact number because the town was built far from.
You were born here?
I was born in the town.
So what? You sold the town to the university?
I can be self town, all my grandparents sell town, and I don't know. No.
But how can they come break your town now?
Because of power now, how can they took all.
So you still here?
I stay here. Yeah, my area I can sleep. See my belongings.
You sleep here?
Yes. For my daughter here. I don't have nowhere to go.
So the university now homeworking you?
Oh, yes, we send the brigade plane. I don't even see someone here.
Oh, okay. I see people making coal across the
The university said bringing our code. They say stay for them. Yes, yes, sir.
What are they doing? They want to go sell it?
Yeah, oh, yes.
Yeah, the university
They want to make money
to build the power hut on the coal. So, what do you want now after all?
I want for the government to come and see our area we're looking at least to pay for our benefit and our year, our houses, school house. Just imagine our school house here.
So this is totally, yeah, I saw the green school down
green
there,
school,
right?
just elementary school, they break it down, or church. Look at that.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like you say, you want the government to come and pay you off.
Pay me, yes.
If they don't come pay you, what you will do? You will rebuild a house or what?
Sure, well, I get the money, I'll just be laying out on the money. No, definitely come.
You married?
Of course.
You want to sleep here too?
Surely.
So how you can manage the night?
Yeah, you see, our mattress is here.
But how you can manage? You understand what I
know that I'm understand,
Man, all the children can be laying down by you.
Yeah, but I walk in now. You got our own choice now.
You say this on it?
Of course.
Yeah, so, but more seriously, how many people were here? How many houses, you know?
I know.
How many?
18 houses were in the town here.
18?
Yes.
Oh, how many people were here?
That's more men.
When you say men, what you mean?
About 100 plus people were in the town.
Wow. So where are all these people now?
They are here. Some are here. Because we just got a message yesterday that you all come here. Few of them are here.
Thank you so much.
Thank you too for coming.
Thank you, Chief. Look at the man, my man.
Man listening.
Imagine we'll come and do something to a man. Fine dog. You got any small one for me to get?
No.
No, they don't find. All right, so
Your things here, things down with your mattresses. Your things here, so?
Yes, my things.
So where your mattress?
Yep, that's really time. Floor mat.
By your floor mat here?
Yeah.
That way you can sleep on?
Yeah.
Put
You are welcome to Power TV of Better Still the Media.
Thank you. We're glad to work with you, to be here on the campus of Kenya, the community, the rural people. We're happy to work with you.
Now, you've seen the massive destruction that was done by this government of Liberia. In the first place, how do you feel and how will you describe this?
That's why we, the LMDR, have been involved in this. We came out of town actually doing our national cohesion efforts and passed through here and saw this enormous destruction of poor people's property. And we took an interest because we feel that this is a threat to the peace of the country, the security of our land. This is the same reasons for which we went to war. This exclusion of people from their livelihood. Now we see it glaring in mass destruction as such, So what we did over the last 1 month or more has been to engage the public through our dialogue forums and give the kind of attention that this massive destruction by our government, our leadership of this country, of this university, of property they don't even have use for now, even if it were for them and under international law what they're supposed to do. It's now up to you, the media people, and that's why our brother Kofi, who's the former Minister of Public Works, the human rights activist himself before, we met him and he took interest. We want to insist that these thousands of people who are dispossessed of their property, you've seen them sleeping in the open here, all over the place we've gone to, towns, destroyed villages. So our brother Kofi is coming into this picture as a big influential voice. We're happy that all of you are now coming. This was quiet, as though nothing happened in the country. People were killed here, as you hear, skeletons here, for their own property. What for? Are you in a rush to do what you want to do? What do we have?
Are you disappointed in this government?
Yes, I am. Because our leadership, our current president, and I know that she knows about this, because I saw the court ruling that allowed for the possessory right and then the possession that was given to the university and subsequent destruction. The Public Works Ministry was involved in this. And there's no way that our government, parastatal as such, will act without the orders of the leader. So I'm surprised our leader would do this. This is unfortunate. This is our mother. We elected her on motherhood, frankly.
So, Mr. Collins, my name is Tar Garnett of Liberty Radio. Let me just ask this question. How do you term such an action by the government of Liberia?
I have called it in press releases as an outrageous inhumanity on the part of our leaders. For land they don't really need at this point, it would take us the next 100 years to do something on 6,000 acres. The next, you and me will not be here when there will be buildings here for the university. They built a teacher's quarters right here that got no more zinc for years. They have never put zinc on it.
Have you met the authorities on this massive demolition exercise?
Well, I've called Big Sister Were Kobawure many times, and she's asked me to do research so as to meet her so I can add my informed voice. I don't know what that means, maybe to support her. Let me inform her again in this public manner. Were, I do not support wickedness against poor people, and I will not join you to do that for any reason. I have been a peacemaker all my life. I will remain so. And this is a threat to our peace.
Do you see this as wickedness when government is just claiming what belongs to them?
International law says even if government owns the land, it has a responsibility to its people. And I'm not questioning their ownership. I'm questioning their humanity. The heart for people. Governments are not in vacuum. What was wrong with using those property over there? If you were in charge, what would you do? But I'll give chance to my brother who's joining us. He's seeing this enormity of damage for the first time. About who's here, Kofi Woods.
Councillor Woods, you're welcome to the media.
Thank you very much.
I see you in a very sad mood. How do you feel about what you've just saw?
Well, I'm shocked. I'm deeply shocked by this development. When John visited me and informed me about this, I could not understand the enormity of the situation. When Viola and members of the community joined him to brief me about what had happened, I certainly did not comprehend the enormity of the situation. And that is why I said I had to come to see for myself.
Now that you've seen, what next?
There are several things.
Namely?
One, government as an agency to protect its citizens and to seek the well-being of its citizens is a responsibility. Two, there are legal aspects which includes international law and our own national legal system, which confers upon us a duty as a state and as a nation to address the mass displacement of citizens. You know, I live in West Point, I grew up there. When there's flood, we are concerned about relocating people from flood. There is man's inhumanity to man. There is no natural disaster, there is no fire outbreak, there is no Ebola outbreak. This is where an organized, orchestrated scheme is happening.
You think it was organized?
And so what I am doing now is one, we will proceed to contact all of the relevant authorities in government, engage them, and will also take recourse to the law where necessary. I've come, I've seen, I'm collecting documentation, I'm collecting information, deeds of people. I've talked to a number of people. I've seen people who work all their life of government and made sacrifice. I saw Olele Benu Massacre, who worked for our cultural tradition, go collect in duty to in service to our country. She's homeless. I saw woman David Dennis, who called the names of great men and women who were at the university, who he taught, who he mentored. Is homeless. We have an obligation to address that. There's no issue of possessive right, issue of ownership. It's about humanity. We must address it. And everyone in Liberia right now, everyone who wants to be a good Liberian, must see this as an area of concern. All of us. This is not about the people of Gongwes Town. This is not about the people of Fendel. This is about Liberia. When I went to Gongwe Town and saw where young university students lived, many students who came here to the science college had to stay in these villages and go to school free. They were accommodated free by our people because our people had hope that this country will be better. That the more we get educated. I was embarrassed to tell Mr. David Dennis that I was president of the student union in 1986-87. I was embarrassed that having sacrificed to help us to be who we are today, and we are alive, we are leaders of this country, opinion leaders of this country, and now he's homeless.
Do you see this as an impediment to the growth of the coming generation?
Well, it is not only an impediment. It's a terrible message. It's a terrible message of ingratitude, of how we reward people who work for our country, who gave the best to our country. It's a terrible message of the philosophy our nation is governed by, that we honor greed, we honor theft, thievery. The honest people, the people that David did, the people whom are massacred, who honestly labor for our country. This is what we reward them.
Madam Sirleaf is the Nobel laureate. She won the prize. And she has won a lot of international accolades as well nationally. Do you see it as a sincere honor given to this woman?
You know what? I delivered a speech here on Armed Forces Day. In my speech, I told the military and I told Liberians that if you are applauded abroad, you are honored abroad, you must seek to win the hearts and minds of the people at home. No matter how much honor you receive, if it doesn't resonate with the love of the people, with the people knowing that you care for them, you will see it.
Councillor Woods, these are the victims, these are the affected people. And they have been very resilient in their grief. And to some extent, they could have vented anger and could have heard something different because they are very much disappointed. So what would be your caution message to them?
So firstly, Liberians will learn from the decency of people in these villages and towns. They have something to teach us too. Each time you're in Monrovia, you're in the urban setting, you're afraid of violence. That's all. But what have they taught us? So let us look at their decency. That they've taught us something. They are villagers. They might be seen as illiterate, but they have something to offer to us. And what they've offered to us is that they know in their pains and their suffering, Liberia must be a peaceful country. And that they can approach the pains in a very peaceful way. That is a message, and we have to learn from that. We think that the education we get is only from Morovia. And we think that we who go to university and go abroad, we are better in terms of helping to educate our people. But what they have done is to educate us that through peaceful means they can be heard. Now, that does not mean that because they are peaceful they should be overlooked. All right? And it's because of the peaceful nature of what they have done that somebody like me has been somewhat to it. You understand? And we now need to do something to offer them something in return for what they've done. So that, because we reward violence in this country too much, that if you want your pay, you have to go and demonstrate to get you paid the next day.
What do you think should be offered?
Well, I don't want to go into the details now because I need to read all the documentation.
But basically, they are preferring to.
Right now, the first thing we need to do is to find a way to settle them, to resettle them, to give them an alternative place. These people are in the rain. This is rainy season. All the property destroyed. They don't have anywhere to go. All right? Can you imagine that when flood comes, we have a disaster commission that goes to help people? Now we have thousands of ourselves in this place. We need to respond to it first. Let's forget about law. Let's forget about everything else. Let's look at humanity. People are displaced. They are in the rain. They are getting ill. The things are destroyed. We need to reach out to them. So whether you're a politician, want to be a political leader, whether you're a medical doctor, whoever you are, we are calling on all Liberians, both at home, abroad, and the international community, to come to help our people here. Let us respond to the need. The other issue, we'll handle it. No matter how long it takes. We'll read and we'll find a way so that our people can have the redress that they deserve as human beings.
You once served as Minister of Public Works. What do you make of the saga between the Fender residents, the homeless residents, and that of the University of Liberia?
Right. Well, you know, I think there was a young man who was walking with me, and he said he was on the road.
Yeah, I know.
And he built his house based on the resettlement money that was given to him by Public Works.
Yeah.
Everyone knows.
Yes.
When I was minister, I instituted a policy. All on Buchanan Road, all these roads, when you break people's house, you give them money. You compensate them. Even the Wanton bridge that was broken that we rebuilt, squatters were under there. We gave them money. Move them from there. It is because we recognize that we are obligated as government, that in the name of development, human beings matter. That you cannot diminish the value of human beings in the name of development. That every step you make to develop must enhance the human being, not to diminish the value. And if you do these things, then you diminish the value of human beings. You treat them with such indignity.
But one say development comes with pain.
No. It's not true. That's a very inhumane way, a very insensitive way of trying to respond to development. When they say pain, yes, there can be removal. So if you resettle somebody, it's removal because maybe they're comfortable to a way of life, and you are moving them to a different way of life. It might not be the same. It might not be the same quality. You understand? So I might move from here because this is my ancestral land. So I live here all my life. I'm close to it. But in the name of development, I would say, well, you can have it. I will go somewhere else to a new place. That's part of the pain. But that pain must not be to put me in the rain to die. That pain must not kill our citizens. I learned that 2 citizens died and more died as a result of the demolition.
Exactly.
So my issue with that is that pain should not be inflicted where there's a loss of life, where our dignity has been compromised. So for me, I believe, like I said, there are several aspects to this thing. One, the humanitarian aspect to it. In anything, there's a side of humanity. The urgency we must attach now is to see how we respond to our citizens. These are our citizens, no matter what. Let's agree the land belongs to government. Let's agree they were squatters. Let's agree on all of that. Humanity dictates that we don't put them on the streets. That's what humanity dictates. Now we can go into the second aspect, which is the legal aspect. We can investigate, we can go through the details, we can say who owns the place, people bring your deed. That one will take time. Let's respond to it now. And that's my call.
Do you think this government can actually do that?
Well, we gave them the benefit of the doubt. We will do our part. We will do our part. And I tell you, I promise you, we will do our part. And I will not say specifically, and I don't want to make promises. I don't make promises that I can keep. But I can show them that we are on this journey with them to talk.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah.